It's been 18 years since you put out a pop single, and
Yeah.
I heard
Well, a
Rewind
single,
a couple
really.
of weeks ago. Yeah,
Of any kind, yeah.
I heard Rewind a couple of weeks ago, and I've been listening to it nonstop because it is so catchy. I'm almost mad about it.
So play me a song from another time. It's been so long since we felt alive.
Why 2026? Why now for new music?
I'm mad that I didn't write it. Because my kid is older. He's about to graduate, and he's ready for me to be out of the house. And now I got to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my life. So,
Right.
I stepped away because I wanted to not be away when he was growing up. I wanted to not be on the road and whatnot. Now I'm at the point where I've spent that time doing that. And I guess it's sort of, I dabbled in a few other things, and occasionally I did one or two things with Ruben while I was on hiatus, so to speak. And just after around 2023, he was going to go on a 20th anniversary tour,
Right.
Ruben 20th anniversary tour. And he said, why don't
Yeah.
you want to come with me? And I said, okay, sure. And I just found myself falling in love with it again. I didn't think I missed performing, but I guess I did. And so that had a little bit to do with it. But, just the timing was right. I spent the time away that I wanted to spend away to be with my kid. And now I'm an empty nest. I'm soon to be empty nester. So I'm moving onward.
Is the excitement now for releasing new music the same, completely different to when you were putting out like your first single back like 03, right?
Yeah. Oh God, it's completely different. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I have no idea. No clue. I am
Up is down, left is right.
You thought I had a problem getting logged into this. Before the last time I put out music, there was no Spotify, there
Right.
was no Instagram, there was no Facebook. Did exist, but it was just for college students, I think.
Yeah.
And there was iTunes existed, but you bought the songs 99 cents a piece, right? So streaming did not exist. Social media was nascent, if that.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new world. Everything is streaming, everything is social media, and so I'm learning every day how stupid I am.
Your hustle on social media is great, dude. I see you singing Rewind in libraries, in apartments. You're drinking Mountain Dew. I'm like, this dude is not sleeping at all.
There are professionals who are telling me exactly what to do, when to do it, where to do it, how to do it, and they are very patient with my incompetence.
So every weekend on Throwback 2K, we play what we call the first hits of the new millennium, songs from the early 2000s. And I'm starting to notice a lot of trends where a lot of things that were around, because we're close to the same age, when you were on American Idol, are starting to come back into the zeitgeist of pop culture. Do you feel like the 2000s are back, or do you feel more like it never really left?
I hope so. For my sake, yes.
You're so fun.
Everything's cyclical, right? So I think it's naturally everything comes back, right? I do believe that we're sort of we had that 80s moment with the Stranger Things, and that moved us into the 90s revivals, and I think we're now sort of I like to believe we're still in the late 90s period right now, and that the early 2000s is about to have its big moment. It'll be very interesting because the early 2000s was a very interesting time to be in music for me. It was not really a pop. It was not really a pop era. The early 2000s. You had sort of the grunge is not the right word, but the angsty rockers like Avril,
new metal, Korn, and
right. And then you had a lot of R&B and hip hop. R. Kelly was big. 50 Cent was big in the early 2000s. So I kind of I found what little place there was for me based on the show, and Invisible obviously was successful for me, but it was not necessarily the musical place for me. So I'm looking forward to 2026 and the renewal of early 2000s being a much better time.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's our Voices of Pride show. We do it every single year, and a ton of artists we play on the show, LGBTQIA+, and allies as well. What does Pride mean to you now in 2026?
It's fascinating to look back at the progress that has been made since I first came into the business, right? And I think that's what I am proud of. I think that's what we should be proud of, is the amount of progress. There's obviously always still more to be made.
Of course.
There are people who are persecuted in other parts of the world. There are people who are discriminated against here in the U.S. But the progress that has been made since 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to now is incredibly impressive. I think it's maybe one of the most one of the fastest moving civil rights movements in our country's history, at least.
Yeah.
And so I think we need to celebrate how far we've come, recognizing how much still is left to do, but celebrating how much easier it is to live in our own skin now in this day and age than it was just 15, 20 years ago.
And honestly, I hope you're proud of yourself too, because you're a part of that, with the National Inclusion Project from back in the day, and with all the philanthropy you've done, all the volunteer work. I know you were a substitute teacher to special needs kids in high school. Like, I hope you're proud of yourself and the changes that you've made in other people's lives.
Well, I mean, I hope that I've had some impact. I don't know if I would say I'm proud of myself. I think anybody who does what I've been blessed to be able to do kind of owes it, especially folks who came from Idol. I think anybody who is in the high profile celebrity world or whatnot has an obligation to kind of make sure they use their platform for the good of others. But if you came from Idol, if you were one of those folks who, I mean, we are where we are because someone picked up the phone literally and said, I'm going to take my time to vote for you. And so I think that I feel like it's an obligation. I feel like obligation sounds like it's a burden, and it's not. But I think anybody who doesn't acknowledge that and really make sure that they try to use their position to say thank you is remiss.
So I want to do a complete 180 here. I've been scouring your social medias, and all I keep seeing is Martin Short, Martin Short, Martin Short, Martin Short. So I want to ask, is it because of where you find yourself in your hair journey that people think you look like Martin Short? Because you've had like the spikes, the bangs, the long hair, the short hair.
I have no idea. You know what? There aren't very many fair-skinned, pale folks. But I did have we are among the few gingers who are in this business, right? So
yes, sir.
I think that probably has something to do with it. I also spent a little bit of time when I wasn't in the business, so to speak. My hair's going gray, so I spent a little period where I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bleach it completely white. That way I can tell people it was my decision. It wasn't God's. I chose this. And there's some pictures out there of me when Ruben and I were on Broadway together in 2018.
Yeah. I
had all white hair. And I think I probably resembled the little Jack Frost at the time, so it stuck with me.
What color is this that we're rocking? Is this like a platinum? What do we call
this? This is just wet. Oh, I don't know what color it is. You know what? I don't even pay attention. I can't see myself now. I told you I don't know the computer. Hold on. I don't know.
No, it looks good.
Like. Whatever it is, it's very well lit. So it's probably lighter than it really is. But there's definitely some gray in there.
You can't even tell, and you look like $1 million.
Oh, thanks.
Are we going to get more new music now that Rewind is out in the world?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell people that, but yeah, I'm going to do it anyway because it's my life, damn it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I when I decided I wanted to, get back into recording and performing again, I wanted to wait until I found great stuff that I really, really liked, stuff that I haven't gotten to do before. We were looking back through, we're collecting songs and looking through options for what to record. And it's crazy. Visible's really the only up-tempo I ever had. Most of the stuff that RCA had me record was ballad-based. And so I kind of got excited about the idea of doing something a little more up-tempo. And I wanted to wait until, we found a lot of stuff and I recorded a lot of stuff, but I didn't want to put anything out until I had the perfect first song back, so to speak. And so when we found Rewind, I was like, well, that's it. And so there is stuff in the can, and we're stewing up some ideas for how to get it out to folks. But I think it will probably come out within the next. I think we'll make some news here within the next several months. There'll be a few more. There'll be some more music. Yeah.
Okay. And Whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be great. But just on a personal note, I hope it's that Rewind vibe, because I heard that once. I go, that hook is like 18 stories tall. That hook is enormous, and it's such an earworm. So I don't know if that was your choice to go into that song as the first single, but holy, it hit you like
It
a
was
ton
my
of
choice
bricks,
to go
dude.
into it as the first single. It was not. I did not write it, unfortunately. Like I said, I wish I had. I wish
it's
I
great.
had that skill. But you're right. I believe the song is better than me sometimes. But it's a great, great song. And
I
I'm
think
just thrilled to be
the
able to
sum
have
of
it.
its parts is more than the two addition. However that math problem works, you know.
Sure.
I think it works out
Bird in
really
the
good. I
hand,
love
something
it.
like that.
Before I let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to say, promote, get out there to the world? Anything at all?
Yeah, tell people it's the late '90s, early 2000s again. Let's go.
Girl, my body is ready, right?
I need my body to be more like it was back then too. Not as freaky, but
God, I could talk about that all day. My knees, my knuckles, man.
Right.
We're getting up there, baby. No, you were lovely, Clay. This has been really sweet. I really appreciate your time, and I hope the rest of your day goes lovely and fantastic.
thank you. You too.